But you have been speaking to Stella, his little sister though, haven't you?
It seems you got hold of the wrong end of the stick, pal.
Then enlighten me. Why would you be calling her name in your sleep?
Michael, is where you think you'll go with this? I know that answer, Uncle Winston. He thinks I'm some kind of bloody Jimmy Savile.
Then why would a 15-year-old girl be messaging you at almost midnight asking if you're awake?
I told ya. Tariq has an issue with me. So everything he said in that little TikTok video is all a pack of lies.
For your information, I saw the text on your phone whilst you were sleeping.
If you must know, she's going through some things. I've known her since she was 10 years old. She's practically a little sister to me.
You see what happened when you jump to the wrong conclusion.
You know what your problem is, Dad? You can be a little bit too trusting at times. Now, if Virgil has got nothing to hide, then surely he won't mind us looking through his phone.
Hit by an ultimatum, I gotta get my life together. They say when it rains it falls, the sunshine don't shine forever. I've been hit by an ultimatum, I gotta get my life together. They say when it rains it falls, the sunshine don't shine forever.
So wait there, Michael. You tell me now, is when you turn informer for the police?
All I'm asking for, Dad, is some clarification. Now, if Virgil's telling the truth, then it won't be a problem.
I'm telling you the truth. But I am not going to betray little Stella's trust. What she told me was confidential.
I'm sorry, but that don't cut it. Now, my dad may be partial to a sub-story or two, but I'm a bit more rough around the edges. If you're not willing to clarify that you're not interfering with a minor, then you're not welcome here.
Stella's mum's ex-boyfriend had been sexually abusing Stella for 6 months, prior to him running off with a never young bird, who was 16, I believe. You might know him, actually. Coloured bloke.
Which color him is? Green or blue?
I meant to say black. Listens to R. Kelly when he's driving his taxis, he does.
No, but...
Aye, that's the one. I could have throttled him when she told me. But she made me promise not to lay a finger on him. Her and her mum had fell out about the whole thing. Of course, the mum took the boyfriend's side, which is why she's living with her nan now.
So what about Stella's father?
Oh, he's a waste of space. Bloody deadbeat. The amount of kids he's got off different women, he could make a football team.
Football team? That tickled me. So why didn't Stella go to the police?
She won't. Albert just drummed into her head that it'd be her word against his. Chased me back to one of the incidents that occurred when I was staying in one of the foster homes. Judith. That was the name of the other girl staying in the same place. We were the same age. Andrew and Fiona. They were our foster parents. Andrew liked little young girls as well. Fiona gave him a lot of freedom. Way too much freedom, if you ask me. They had 2 kids of their own, Paul and Sandra. I remember Andrew used to take me, Paul and Judith to Butlins for a few days. Sandra was caught in a fella, so she was wrapped up in her boyfriend. I used to pretend to be sleeping when he'd creep into our room in middle of the night. He'd take Judith with him, who would be sleeping on the bottom bunk. She always seemed to have money on her, but she was never happy. Then on her 16th birthday, she tried to take an overdose. And that's when it all came out. He'd been violating her. We used to go on these little holidays about 3 times a year.
Oh, but Jesus.
All hell had broke loose the day that she took that overdose. They rang the ambulance, but Judith had pleaded her not to say anything to them. Said that they'd be never able to foster again. Told her it was their livelihood. Imagine how Judith must have felt, keeping something like that inside you for the rest of your life. Having your innocence taken from you at such a young age.
So is the man still alive?
As far as I know. Still going on as if nothing ever happened. I heard he's got Alzheimer's now, though. Still seems to have his crude sense of humour.
So you still keep in touch then?
Not so much now. But I heard, Judith had moved to Fairford. Now living a few doors away from Andrew and Judith. She's got 2 kids now, boy and a girl. The last time I saw her was a few years back, at Sarah's wedding. Oh, was that a night to remember.
So what happened?
At the time, Judith had been going out with his coloured bloke. I mean black bloke. Anyway, she must have let the cat out of the bag and told him what Andrew had put her through. Cut a long story short, at the reception, Greg had confronted Andrew. "How could you live with yourself," he goes, "knowing that you molested a young girl from the age of 10 that you were supposed to be a father to?" To which he replied, "I'm sorry." And about a week later, Judith had finished with Greg. He found out that she'd been sleeping with another bloke.
Sound like the father didn't make her into a whore.
Oh, aye. You know, it's funny though, how you see this kind of thing acted out on Pornhub. You know, with stepbrother and stepsister, or dad and daughter, or stepmom and stepson.
Me don't know about them thing there.
Give over. You mean you've never watched a porno?
Me? No, sir. Me'd rather the real thing.
Ah, I almost forgot. You pinched me Sophie off me, didn't you? Rest her soul.
The past is the past, man. And it sure wouldn't happen if me didn't know say you was my nephew.
It was sad the way she died. Being bit on the jacksie by a snake whilst taking a poo.
Only in Australia, eh?
Only in Australia, aye. But it's gotta be some kind of blessing in disguise, though, ain't it?
Why you say that?
Well, you'd be paying child support out of your pension as well as taxes. And then you've got the old, me ex-girlfriend is me Uncle Winston's baby mum. Try explaining that to him when he grows up.
It's true. And yes, it could have been a daughter too.
So what about you then, Mike? Do you indulge in the old, Pornhub?
Nothing wrong with a little look every now and then. I prefer Red Troop though, personally.
Red Troop? Why is that?
Well, it doesn't show up on your search history.
Why, you got a missus, have you?
No, but it kept my tracks covered when I did.
Aye. You know, some girls don't like the idea of their bloke getting off over another bird. I never understood why. Especially when, the bloke's always up for it, They say that the average bloke thinks about sex every 6 seconds.
So then, Virgil, you would mind if you did have a girlfriend that was getting off over ever, man?
Well, if I wasn't keeping her satisfied in that department, I would rather that she was. Instead of, sinking a bit of sausage from a bloke elsewhere.
Fair point.
A lot of people regard masturbating as if it's a bad thing. But do you know that it's actually one of the most healthiest habits?
Say what? In which way?
Well, it decreases chances of getting prostate cancer for starters.
Then how would tell you so?
It's a statistic.
Statistic.
That's the one. Now, you Google it and see what comes up. It even gives you a good night's sleep.
Now what the thing name again? Porn Tube or Red Hub?
I can tell you've played this before. Can't even get the ball off you. It's like each player's got a blow glued to his feet.
Well, you know what they say. Practice makes perfect. Want a girl to dance with me. I want a girl to romance with me. I want a girl to set me free.
They cost too much, but Pornhub's free.
Go on. Get in.
Cause all sorts of problems. And then Mem Salah always looked confident, didn't he?
I give up. You win. So then, Uncle Winston, did you have a look?
In what thing you talk about? Oh, you mean the thing? Well, yes, but only because I was struggling to get to sleep. Me was experimenting to see if the thing worked better than sleeping pill.
So, did it work?
Yeah, man. Me sleep like baby.
Don't shine forever.